What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Appreciate you tuning in. This is going to be a short video. It's a Sunday when I'm at the time of recording this. So this is a sales calculator that a peer of mine, Junior Asher, built, and I find it really handy just to walk clients on the phone or when we're going through strategy calls before they engage. This is nice and handy to walk them through to see if their expectations are something we can actually do. And then I also have a growth or an ROI calculator here, so they can literally see. It just lagged on me, sorry guys. So they can literally see, what they can expect to make in a worst case, best case, and middle case scenario. So I like to be very transparent with this stuff because I don't want to move forward with a client who I'm not confident I can get results from, or let's say that their product or service is not priced highly enough to make this worth it, and anything in between. So anyway, this is also nice because if you're starting a cold email agency yourself or deciding to integrate it into your business, you can predict what you will make that month. And if you need to send more emails or if you don't need to send more emails, that's the nice thing about cold email. It's very predictable. It's very linear. You want to make more money, you just send more emails, right? So let's try this. Let's just walk through this in an example scenario. So we send anywhere between 10,000 to 30,000 emails a month. Everybody gets 2 emails, right? So let's just say we're reaching out to, I don't know, let's call it even. So let's say we're sending out 20,000 emails, so we're really reaching out to 10,000 people, right? And then how many people replied? We'll choose a very conservative reply rate of 1%, and then we'll put a positive reply rate of 20%, right? So we have, out of the 10,000 people we reached out to, 20 were interested, and let's say we booked 50% of them in. So we booked 10 people on a call. Let's just say all 10 people showed up on the call. It's usually very high, about 80% plus show rate. So 10 people showed up on the call, and let's just say we have a conversion rate, very conservative, of 20%. Ours personally is a lot higher than that, especially when I'm closing. So you close 2 people when you are reaching out to 10,000 people. You can expect this if your ticket size is, let's say, I don't know, $5,000. This is a 10K month. Or if it's $2,500, this is a 5K month. If you want to make more, you literally just send more emails or reach out to more people. There you go. It's very linear, right? So the bottleneck comes from, or the challenge comes from, just having enough people to reach out to. And if you're sending a high volume of emails, the problem is, well, you might run out of people to send emails to very quickly in your niche. So you'd have to start getting creative about expanding outside of your niche and how to adapt your offer and stuff like that. But certain offers are they cross over very well into different industries. Now this right here, you can make stuff like this in Claude. Let me move my little face here. So this, I walk through clients on the call because, again, I don't want to move forward with anybody who's not going to benefit from this stuff, and I don't want to move forward with anybody or any business that I can't help. The math has to make sense for both parties, and I have to be able to make them more money than they're paying us, right? So ideally, we like to work with clients with a customer lifetime value over 12 grand, but let's just say it's 8 or 10 grand, which is very, very common for any sort of B2B high ticket service, marketing agencies, staffing and recruitment, you name it, B2B, SaaS. So meetings a month, let's just say it's 5. Conversion rate, and all these are super conservative numbers, if you can't already tell. Conversion rate, again, conservative at 20. Let's just say it's $150 per, or $200 per meeting, even though that's not what we charge. And then a setup fee of, let's just say, 2 grand, right? I'm just making these numbers up. So if they were to invest in a $2,000 setup fee with us, again, these are not reflective of our prices, and a $200 cost per meeting, then they can see what they would make. We can go worst case scenario, so their closing rate is half of what we thought it would be. They just have a really bad month, for example. Well, they invested, for 5 meetings at $200 a meeting, they invested $1,000, plus a 2 grand setup fee. So this is what they'd make a month, right? They profit 2 grand, they bring in 5 grand. After the fee, setup fee, and then whatever, they profit $2,000. Middle case, so their closing rate is what we expect it to be, and then best case, they just have a better month. They close 10%. Instead of at 20%, they close at 30%, right? And then, you can kind of see how this expands over the weeks. So we like to go through this with clients, and just because it makes everybody happy. And again, not every client is a client that you can help or is a client worth taking on. But this is really, really motivating. So this right here, sorry it lagged. Long story short, you want to make more money in cold email, just send more emails. And just make sure you know how to get more leads. And that's when lead list building becomes one of the most important skills in cold email. Other than that, that's it, guys. Leave a question in the comments. See you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.